But there she is, turning onto the runway at the far right-hand end. An aeroplane designed in the 1940s. It first came into service with its contemporary bombers, Stallions and Victor. It had been designed to carry the British nuclear deterrent. And of course, in those days, it was painted brilliant anti-flash white. Camouflage came later. So this was originally part of the airborne deterrent, subsequently being taken over by submarine launched nuclear missiles in the mid-1960s.
Destroy your speaker, Dad.
And of course the B52, very much an aircraft of the same era. The B52, DFC, more about him later, in the right-hand seat, and AEO Phil Davies.
Just about make it out.
Can see the Buffy, if anything, trailing more smoke than the Vulcan will, but we shall see in a moment. The 8 American engines. Vulcan has only half the number, but about the same overall thrust. And look at that for an amazing picture.
Don't mind me, sir.
Oh my.
What a shot. What a shot, what a shot.
I'm only going to take the pictures, I don't know.
This is the bomber controller. Scramble, scramble, scramble.
So got one in the scrapyard and one to make replace it.
Listen to the famous Vulcan howl and Vulcan scrambles. Well, we were expecting to see the Vulcan go away for a few minutes while the B52 came into land. Britain, you have given your money in single pounds up to tens of thousands of pounds and everything in between. So this is the people's aircraft, and she is the most popular aircraft in the country. Bomb doors will close as she comes by this time. There's been huge support for this from the CAA and from Marshall Aerospace, who are the engineering authority. Lots of other companies, EADS, Air BP, BAE Systems, Jefferson, Subaru, AD Holdings, Goodrich and Rolls-Royce, and most recently, Aerovite and Judge Power. Bomb doors closing. And throughout it all, C. Walton at 1,000-pound bombs. Not very far off the kind of load that the Lancaster bomber carried during the war. At its maximum, absolute maximum weight. Bomb doors opening. The Avro Vulcan X-Ray Hotel 558 from your right. extraordinary sound of those 4 Rolls-Royce Bristol Olympus 202 two-sharp turbojet engines, about 6. And watch her, she spirals up into the heavens. Maybe not spiraling too high with this cloud base. Despite all of the magnificent money that's been raised for this aircraft, it's only safe until the end of the air show season. She continues to need everybody's help. The original business plan depended on major commercial sponsorship. Now, of course, that doesn't seem to be available. But you can help. You can continue to give that magnificent help to your aeroplane by visiting us at the Vulcan Village, near where she's parked, at the far right-hand end of the display. Please come and see us. Come and buy some of the wonderful merchandise. Please come to the Vulcan Village itself with the black and gold colour scheme. And as she tips in and out of the cloud, isn't that possible? When Vulcan first flew in 1952, she created an extraordinary reaction. She handled just like a fighter, and you can see she still does. That's almost the end of her display. You can see that Kevin and Martin have got the wheels down. Phil Davies in the back, who's been doing all the communications and managing the electric jet, as it was called. So we shall see Vulcan come in to land, rounded on all sides by people who's done. And there have been many disasters. Things like failing in the first heritage lottery application, because they said we don't do things against the odds. Here she comes back in again, having decelerated down to about 160 knots. 185 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Solid, not cruciform. So, crabbing into wind, quite a strong crosswind from the left. You can see she's pointing towards us and coming sideways. And Kev Rumans will kick the drift off just before she touches down. He's the GR4 man, he's used to doing that kind of stuff. Straightening her up now. Touchdown now. 16 wheels on the ground, 2 more to go. She's not holding the nose up for very long. All 18 wheels on the ground. But there she is. In grey conditions, reminder of grey and gloomy times, the Cold War, where the world's still on the brink. An aircraft like this kept the menace at bay. Despite the rain, I can see the 3F members rushing to the crowd line to get from beneath the umbrellas to get the picture. This will be a real picture too. One of the signature moments of this year's Royal International Air Pursuit. There's Rumans and Martin Withers at the controls of the Vulcan. Staunton can visit the Vulcan village and buy something or even sign up the membership forms to help keep this aircraft doing what it does best, flying. Wow. That's the moment that certainly is. Wonderful flight. What you only see at this air show because where else do you ever see a flight program? A very rare start, and we're grateful to the US Air Force for continued support. It is normally a US Air Force base, of course, Fairford. And the Joseph Hamill Steele, the base commander here. Goes to Grand Old Lady taxiway. Of course, was on the back is still very much in service and will be until we reckon around 2040, the B52. It has been a very long life, unprecedented really. It remains the US Air Force's biggest stick.
Whilst we've been marking Fly Navy 100, they could potentially be marking
Fly B52 100, yeah. It's an amazing lifetime that the aircraft has had. It's been used in so many theatres, so many roles. Model, the only model still in service, but serving with 6 US Air Force squadrons. 76 of the time still in operational service. The design process began way back in November 1945. The YB-52 prototype